Hey, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Hey, and welcome back to my channel. It's Ashley here, and if you are new, hey girl, hey. Make sure you click on that subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll always be up to date with my latest tutorials. So this video today is going to be in collaboration with Jessica from Measure and Mix. And if you don't know who Jessica is, she does a lot of budget-friendly DIYs. She does Dollar Tree DIYs. She does thrift makeovers. She does a couple of room makeovers. So she does a lot of stuff, of course, dealing with your home, just like me. So if you enjoy my channel, I know you're gonna enjoy Jessica's channel. So I'm gonna have both her channel and her video linked down below. So make sure as soon as you finish watching my video that you go and check out hers. So what we're gonna be doing is basically building something. So let me tell you, I've wanted to make a sofa table for the longest time, but I just never got around to doing it. So I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity for me to do that. So that is what I'm gonna be doing in this video. And this build is super easy. I don't do a lot of builds, so I don't really make plans and stuff like that. So I had to go on Pinterest and I found a very simple little tutorial blog on how to do this, which I'm gonna have it down below as well so you can check out where I got this from. But literally all the cuts are just straight cuts. There's no angle cuts involved. So this is super easy to do. And with that, let's get started. So to start this project off, of course, you're gonna need your wood. So the larger piece that I got is a 2x8x10, which was around $6. And then I got 8 of the 2x2x8s, which were around $2.22. All right, so now we're gonna start to work on our legs. And first you're gonna wanna measure the height of your couch. So when you measure the height of your couch, you wanna keep in mind of the top piece that you're gonna add on top of that. So if that piece is, let's say, 2 inches thick, you need to take off 2 inches from that measurement that you're gonna mark on your piece so that it will be the exact height of your couch. Okay, so now I'm gonna come to my miter saw and cut 6 long pieces. Again, if you don't have a miter saw at home or any kind of saw, you can always get Home Depot or Lowe's to cut your wood for you with your measurements. All right, so now we're gonna start to work on the vertical pieces of our legs. So first I'm gonna take the width of my top, and then I'm going to take that and I'm going to, like I did with the top, take away the width of my actual piece that I'm going to be adding so that it won't be longer than what it needs to be. So now you should have 6 long pieces and 6 short pieces. So now I'm just going to sand smooth my edges and any rough spots that I might have on my legs before I assemble them. All right, so now we're gonna start to put our legs together. So you should have your 2 long side pieces and then you should have your 2 short top and bottom pieces. Okay, so to add everything together, I'm going to be using my wood glue, wood screws, and my drill and also my clamps. So I'm just gonna add my wood first. My wood glue first, which I don't always use wood glue, but I'm just using it right now. So you can add this wood glue or not, but anyways, I'm adding the wood glue, and then I'm going to take my clamps and I'm going to pull the 2 pieces together as tight as I possibly can, and then I'm going to take my drill and I'm going to drill my hole. And you want to make sure that you kind of have like a countersink so that your what is it called? Your wood screw will be flush with your wood. I think the screws that I'm using, they're either 2.5 or 3 inches. But anyway, so drill that hole first and then you're gonna add your screws into each sides of the wood. Okay, so now I'm gonna start to work on the top piece. So for this, you're gonna need to measure the length of your couch. Mine was over 7 feet, but it wasn't quite 8 feet. So it was like 94.5, I believe. And I'm gonna mark that here, and then I'm gonna cut this onto my table saw. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my big old piece of wood and I am going to slide it through my table saw, and I'm actually gonna be using my clamps to help me guide this since it's so thick. And of course, you always just wanna be extra cautious when you are using your table saw. Okay, so now I've placed all my 3 pieces into place. So I have the 2 on the outer side, and then I have the 1 in the middle. And now I'm gonna work on the wood that I'm gonna have in between each of the legs. So I'm gonna have the wood at the top and the bottom, and here I'm just measuring out where I need to cut that wood onto my miter saw. So now I've cut out all 8 pieces that I'm going to need for the top and the bottom of my legs. So to start adding these pieces, I'm just going to secure my legs a little bit, not actually secure them all the way, but just kind of have them to where they're not going to move. So I'm just going to take my drill and I'm going to drill my hole first, and then I'm just going to add a wood screw right in the middle. So after I've done that, it's just gonna make it easier for me to attach these pieces to the top and the bottom. So I'm just gonna add that piece of wood to the middle, and then I'm going, for now, to just take my nail gun and nail them into place. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys this because I am not perfect and my measurements are not always right. So this middle piece was maybe it was like 1/4 of an inch too high. And I needed to, or it might even be like 1/2 of an inch, but I needed to cut that down so that it won't be wobbly, because it was like teeter-tottering because it wasn't balanced. So now I'm just going to take this back to my miter saw and cut off what I don't need. Okay, so after I cut my piece, I am just now able to slide that back into place, and my table is even. So as you can see here, that piece is coming down some because of course I just used my nail gun. So I'm just gonna take my clamps and I'm gonna squeeze it nice and tight, and then I'm gonna take my drill and I'm gonna drill my hole, and I'm gonna add wood screws to attach these sides to the top. All right, so for the bottom, you can either use your wood screws and drill your holes, add your wood screws, or you can just make sure you have a long enough nail, of course, that you're using, and nail your bottom together. I'm gonna nail it 3 times. So I'm nailing it on this side, and then I'm gonna nail it on the opposite side as well. So for these center pieces here, I wasn't able to, of course, nail it from the other side because, hello, there's a piece of wood there. So I'm just taking these L-shaped plates, and I am going to drill my hole and add my screws to attach them that way. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this wood filler. This is actually the first time I'm using this wood filler, and it worked pretty well. The only thing I didn't like is the squeezing of the tube. It was annoying, so I just ultimately cut the whole entire tip off. But anyways, I'm gonna add this to all of my screws that you can see. All right, so now I'm going to take my palm sander and I'm going to sand down the filler, and then I'm also just going to start to sand down the whole entire piece, smoothing out my edges and any rough spots that I might have. Okay, so moving on to the step that I've been waiting on since I started this whole thing is actually staining. So the stain that I'm using, of course, you guys know my favorite, which is Briar Smoke by Rust-Oleum. I'm going to do this whole entire piece with that color stain. All right, so here we are, the final reveal. So I absolutely love how this turned out. The color, everything is so me. I sealed the whole piece with polyacrylic. The top, I did 3 coats of polyacrylic. I did a matte finish. You could do semi, you could do gloss, you could do whatever you want. I don't really like glossy looks, so I did a matte, but that is how I sealed this whole entire piece. And then this is what the piece looks like actually in our living room. So I love it. I'm so excited about this addition. I'm so glad that I did this. I have literally been wanting to do this for so long, and I absolutely love how it looks in here. It just brings in more warmth, especially with the color. I'm definitely adding that second bracket. I'm actually probably going to show y'all up here where I added the second bracket because that was not looking right there. But this is what it looks like from the back. And this is actually pretty good because honestly, Riley, I'm always so nervous because this is the only way we can put our couch, and I don't want her to like go overboard, but this is literally going to help that out. So I love how this looks. It's amazing. Literally, I know it looked like it was a lot of steps, but I promise you, you can get this done in a day, 2 days max. So I absolutely love how this turned out, and I hope you guys do too. Alright, so that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, as always, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below to let me know what you think. And make sure you go and check out Jessica's video. And I will see you in my next one. Bye!